What's up guys, it's XRAYZ and welcome to part 13 of the Call of Duty Zombie storyline. I know it's been a while, I haven't made one of these in a while, and Zetsubou no Shima's been out, and I'm not gonna lie, I've just been real lazy. So to give you guys a quick recap of what happened up until this point, we're gonna talk about Rayz and Draha, and then we'll move on here to Zetsubou no Shima and talk about the storyline, what happens on the island, and possibly where the story is moving forward. Once again, this is a pretty long, complicated story, so if you guys missed any of the parts of this whole zombie storyline, feel free to check out the playlist. I will have it down in the description below. As always, these do take a while to make, so make sure to drop a like and a favorite. It does help me out and it is very much appreciated. And of course, if you guys want to see these videos early, I do release them early for my patrons. You guys can check out the website, link down in the description below. But let's go ahead and jump now into the quick recap. Now in the last episode, we talked about Rayz and Draha, and on that map it was pretty cut and clear. The crew ended up showing up to Griffin Castle hoping to kill Tank Dempsey 1.0. When they arrived on there, they actually ended up having to use Richtofen as a decoy. He had to pretend to be his older version and ended up having to survive on the castle while trying to complete quests and challenges in order to shoot down the Tank Dempsey cryogenic chamber in which he was pretty much on life support. So after you complete the Easter egg and you release Tank Dempsey from Griffin Station located on the moon, he shoots back down onto Earth and you end up killing him. Fast forward now and we have to move on to the next character. As we do know, the storyline progresses with Richtofen saying that they need to kill the older versions of themselves in order to save humanity. At this point, they end up hearing about Takiao through messages and hidden codes around Rayz and Draha. They find out that Takiao is actually located and being held prisoner on an island. There's actually also hints of this back on Rayz, or the giant, where they see a message talking about the honor suffering in the cell beneath the waves. So after they find out where Takiao is, they end up trying to get to this island. They end up on this boat. Once they get on the boat, they actually get found out and actually have to overthrow the boat and evacuate it, making their way to the island. Now once the crew actually gets to the island, they actually begin to search the island hoping to find Takiao. They end up doing a ton of crazy things on the island while also dealing with the zombies. They fight the zombies using the perks, the guns, the environment to their advantage, and with further investigation they find a keeper based weapon called the Skull of Non-Sopway. This skull can reveal hidden areas, and they find an old elevator shaft in the bunker of the island which would eventually lead them to Takiao. Now once they uncover the elevator, they actually realize that they have to fix the elevator in order to be able to use it. They end up fighting a giant mutated spider on the way. They eventually find all the right parts from the elevator, and once they get it, it ends up taking them down to a bunker located below the entire facility in an abandoned cell room. In one of the cells is Takiao, but he doesn't look normal. He's been mutated and deformed by the hands of Division 9. At this point, the mutated and corrupted Takiao ends up trying to kill the group using thrashers, mutated spiders, and creatures until he's able to take him down. Luckily, the crew was able to overcome this and are eventually able to not only kill the creatures, but also weaken Takiao enough to bring him down. After he's taken down, the monster or thrasher side of Takiao actually ends up disappearing and Takiao 1.0 emerges. They speak together about their battles for honoring the dying samurai spirit and their nation of Japan. At this point, Takiao 2.0 is enraged, seeing the amount of torture and just dishonor that happened upon Takiao 1.0. Takiao 1.0 tells him that it was the Emperor himself who ordered him to be captured and tortured, which leaves Takiao 2.0 in complete disbelief. It turns out that the Emperor was extremely jealous of the accomplishments that Takiao had done, and so he wanted to punish Takiao. After they get over this, Takiao 1.0 essentially knows what he has to do, and he has to kill himself because his death is what would help save the world. Takiao 2.0 pulls out his sword and gives it to Takiao 1.0 and prepares to perform seppuku, a samurai code of Bushido in which their death is honorable. Takiao 1.0 then stabs himself in the abdomen, and Takiao 2.0 then decapitates him. The summoning key is then used to take the soul of Takiao 1.0, and at this point the crew ends up actually taking a secret trip in order to fulfill what Richtofen refers to as an insurance policy. They then return back to Zetsubou no Shima with new vials of blood on each one of the new characters. We don't know where exactly they're going next, but the big hints are that we're going to Stalingrad. Alright guys, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Call of Duty Zombies storyline. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Once again, make sure you guys drop a like and a favorite on the video. It does help it out and it is very much appreciated. Also, if you guys are new, if you want to learn more about the Zombies storyline, if you guys enjoyed the video, then of course make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any future videos on the next 2 DLC maps. I'm also going to have more episodes of Behind the Horror coming out, one for Zetsubou no Shima coming out very soon, so make sure you don't miss that guy in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out my Patreon page if you guys want access to these videos earlier, and if you guys want to keep talking zombies or anything, Twitter is the best place to do so, so go ahead and follow me over there. I'm XRAYZ, I'm out. Peace.